is Happy Trans Visibility Day. And I am happy because, I'm a trans woman and a day like this means a lot to me. It's not easy sometimes when the whole world has normalized that it's okay to hate on you. Not really the whole world, but a good portion of it. However, I'm happy to say that it seems things are turning for the better. It seems slowly people are more accepting and more caring, but in some parts of the world that are starting to attack transgender people through legislation. However, I believe that this will not last. As they say, the rotten fruit often fall on its own. And all we have to do is endure and survive and be happy. I am doing okay. In news regarding that, in my country where I live, in Peru, they finally are revoking a law that used to classify transgender people as mentally ill. This law will cease to be in effect somewhere in May, I think. So I am really happy because of that. My country is very backwards when it comes to that stuff. But I'm still here and I'm happy and I never give up. And I am not mentally ill. In fact, after I started my transition, I have never felt the happiest ever. It feels so nice to finally start being yourself. I don't know if anyone in my audience that enjoys my ASMR also happens to be a trans person. If you are, please let me know by commenting a trans flag or a red heart in the chat. Yeah, red heart. I don't think YouTube have a trans flag emoji. But yes, transitioning made me happy. It feels liberating. It feels like something finally clicks in you and you feel happy with it. Years and months of looking at yourself in the mirror, always wondering, what would it be like if I transition? Would I be happier? Will I be happier with how I look? How I feel? Then at some point you start asking yourself, you stop asking yourself these questions and you start acting. Here is a reminder to everyone that is considering themselves to be trans or know themselves to be trans, but they still have not started a proper transition. Do not self-medicate yourself. Always go to a doctor first. You need to pass some analysis. And even if you fear that the doctor is going to tell you that you cannot be eligible for HRT, it doesn't mean the end of the world. You probably just need to take care of certain parts of your health and then apply for transition later. As long as you feel happy. First of all, remember that transitioning also can be a little bit expensive depending how you approach it. Something that is often unspoken. Well, as you know, once you start your transition, you're gonna have to be on hormones for the rest of your life, unless of course you want to detransition. And you also have to block certain, testosterone or estrogen, depending if you are biologically a male or a female, a man or a woman. However, itself always requires a form of care, because you have to constantly be taking this either in the form of an injection, pills, patches, or gel. I don't think I ever told this to my ASMR potatoes, but my preferred choice to apply estrogen is using gel, because it doesn't really hurt me like the needles, and I don't think it's invasive. I just apply it, let it dry, and that's it. Although the downside to use gel is that you have to apply it quite often, daily. So that is the downside. Meanwhile, some other transgender people will use injection once every 2 or 3 weeks, or pills. It always depends, right, on the type of transition you want to have and what method is best for you. I don't like needles. I actually hate them. I don't like pain. So I tend to choose something that is not painful. Then there is also other things that you can do about your transition. For example, your hairstyle. Your hairstyle definitely needs to match, because it gives you a lot of femininity or masculinity based on the simple style. You will also have to take care of the hair as you normally would, so that implies buying certain hair products. Then you have to do skincare, because it's important, right? Transition and hormones in itself will help your body, but there are a lot of things you can do if you want to achieve a transition that you feel is more comfortable, at least in my opinion. It necessarily does not have to be the same for everyone, and I think everyone can certainly have the transition they wish to have with a lot of effort or without any effort, and just doing the bare minimum. At the end of the day, the transition is your own journey. It's your own moment, and you dictate what is it gonna be like, how intense is it gonna be, and how far you're willing to go with it. For example, some people like to do certain modifications in their bodies, like a rib cage, a ribs removal to get a better hourglass figure, or they also like to get a surgical operation in the bottom part of their body, glutes enhancement, or I in particular don't really do any form of stuff just yet. If I ever plan to, I'm not sure. But when I do, is I exercise a lot. Also because it's important, since I'm a streamer and I make a lot of time, I make a lot of content, and I spend a lot of hours sitting. So for me, exercise is a must. But then I focus my exercise on certain things that are more focused in the legs and the bottom part of the body, so I can have a natural, more feminine figure without really undergoing any form of surgery. I believe it's important to do that for health reasons. Exercising must always be a thing and a priority, especially for trans women, I think. I heard that certain hormones can sometimes have some health complications if you're not that healthy. So it's important to always think about that before starting a transition or doing something like that. It's very interesting. I compare the process of starting your transition the same way a caterpillar becomes a chrysalis in a cocoon and just hides until it becomes a beautiful butterfly. It's sort of the same. Well, with the exception, of course, that sometimes, or a lot of the times, trans women are often exposed to a lot of rejection on social media with their families, and it's not pleasant. I often wish that whenever a person is ready to start a transition, they could have a safe home, full with acceptance, free of judgment, full with love and care, and the medication available so that they can ensure a proper transition happy. Can you imagine the beautiful mindset and experience that it would be for people to transition in a loving home, surrounded with loving friends and family members, rather than what we have, which is most people reacting poorly, normalizing hate online or bullying. It's important sometimes to try to achieve that perfect world, even though we know that perfection, it's impossible. We need to still fight for a better world, for ourselves and for the future generations. I, for example, consider myself very privileged with my transition because I live by myself. I have my own place and I make my own money without being forced to go outside on a job or exposing myself to other people's opinion. So I have a very safe environment. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows because, as I said at the beginning of this video, my country is still very backwards when it comes to LGBT rights. And they are really against it because it's a very religious majority. So that's really bad. But you never get perfection in life. I think all of us need to do the best that we can with what we are given. And in my case, I'm really grateful for everyone, my community, especially you watching this video. The people that here have subscribed to this with a membership, sending me sometimes a super chat or some level of appreciation. I really appreciate it so much because directly or indirectly, just by watching my video, you are helping me make the monetary gain that I need to keep affording living on my own, buying my own food, and also my hormone replacement therapy and my hair products, my stylish, being able to afford to go exercise outside. All the little things that are important in life. So I am always gonna be in big debt for you to be so accepting, loving and caring about me. Because you don't know it, but to make a huge difference, a massive difference. And I really wish that one day all transgender individuals can have something similar. A place full of love, surrounded with amazing people that care about them. If you are a transgender person and you are currently not having an accepting family, you live in a country where it's dangerous to be trans, or your friends do not accept you, let me tell you, even though it seems very bleak, and it's really bad. It's all going to get better as long as you don't give up. You have to keep pushing, you have to keep trying, you have to keep improving. You will make it. I would like you to let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. To the people that are not transgender but still supports my content or in general consider themselves to be an ally, thank you. Thank you for being the good type of people. Thank you for being the right type of person, the good man, the good woman that are not falling for propaganda or manipulation, and you allow the world to be a better place with your acceptance and your tolerance and your love, instead of contributing to worse living conditions for people. Thank you for being a nice person. You know, I never actually talk about a topic like this so in depth, but I like it. I think it's important. I think as a transgender content creator myself, and as your blue potato giantess, it is something that I'm happy to share with you. And I'm grateful that you listen and have an open mind. I am grateful that you do not judge harshly, or you do not let yourself be fooled by hate or blinded by ideologies that are simply just plain evil. I could go on a big rant about religion, how it is, manipulates people, how it gives them hope as well. The thing with religion is that it's a spiritual journey, right? Which is meant to be amazing. But the problem is that people use religion for political gain. And a lot of politicians are normalizing attacking trans people to gain votes. It's crazy times we live in. It's insane times we live in. But all of us, individually and as a collective, can do our part in make the world a better place, more open, more accepting, more caring. It begins with yourself. In my case, it begins with my content, by spreading confidence, by showcasing that I, as a transgender content creator, exist and I thrive, and I don't get myself involved in problems with other people and drama. You know. Listen, I may have opinions, okay? But I also understand that it's important to treat people with respect. For example, let's talk about that topic about the new Harry Potter series. I personally don't like anything related to Harry Potter anymore because of how the artist, quote unquote, or the writer has manipulated and used her income to hurt trans people all across the UK and across the internet with her hateful rhetoric. So what do? I will not support it. What do? I talk about it to let people know. Listen, I'm gonna be very straightforward with you on this topic. If you want to buy things that are Harry Potter related, if you want to watch and support the content that is Harry Potter, indirectly giving this person more of your money, because your nostalgia is important and you want something in life to feel happy about, go ahead and do it. You are free to do whatever you want, but I am probably going to distance myself from you, and I won't be happy talking to you ever again. See, I am not going to start a hateful cancel campaign. No, you can do whatever you want if you want to do that, but I will probably don't appreciate you anymore as a friend. And it's totally your choice. It's the choice of people. I hope I made myself very clear about that. In the past, I used to think that people should be able to do whatever they want with their money because everyone is just tired and hardworking, and everyone just needs a form of gaming distraction. But now, no. I think differently. I feel like 4 years ago, if you bought Howard's Legacy, maybe I can excuse that if you were ignorant about the topics. But now, 4 years later, after knowing what the owner of the franchise is doing to trans people, I will never forgive it. That's a big line that I will not cross, and I'm sorry if it sounds a little radical. But that's my stance, and I hope you respect it. And if it's too much, if you disagree with me, if you think I'm mistaken, you can let me know in the comments. But I am not going to change my mind, for I know what it's like to be a trans person myself, and I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of hate. And I do not think that my existence is up for debate, and my rights should be something people talk about. So unfortunately, if this topic is too much for you and you simply no longer want to be here, I bid you farewell and appreciate everything. But I don't think I would like to have you around me anymore. If you want to support J.K. Rowling products and put more money to her pockets only for her to hurt more the trans community, please unsubscribe from my YouTube channel, unsubscribe from my Twitch, and everything that I represent. I do not wish to see you ever again. I wish you a good life out there. And for the people that are already on the same page as I am and will never support the craziness that is happening, thank you for being a good ally. Thank you for understanding. And I know it's not easy sometimes, because you want to play something, but you also need to ask yourself what is more important for you. Your transgender friends and family members, or loved ones, or a little bit of gaming nostalgia, or a series. Honestly blows my mind. Really disappointing that people, especially people with power and money, don't do good with their income. Rather, they create division and hateful rhetorics. But, as I said, and to comfy up the topic once more, everyone's karma will catch up to them. And the rotten fruit will always fall on its own. There is no need for me to say anything further on that topic. I believe I have spoken clearly about it. Wow, it is quite a heavy topic for an ASMR video, right? But these ASMR videos are a form of diary for me. So I talk about what I have in my mind. It's just the way I think. understand, and I know you try your best, even if you're not necessarily trans. So I really gotta thank you. Please don't fall for hateful rhetorics ever. Please don't let people make you believe that it's okay to hate on others. It's very easy to fall down the pipeline of hate. It's easier to blame people that you never knew for everything that is wrong, rather than face the consequences of what actually is happening and see for what it is. I know there is hope at the end of the tunnel. So if you're in a place right now feeling really sad because people around you are hateful, or they mistreat you for being in a certain way, please don't give up the hope. People that are hateful never thrive. You need to keep going. You need to survive. You need to thrive, as they say. You need to live. Your experience is very unique. Transitioning is a beautiful thing to do. If you really are a trans person, it's experiencing life once more, starting again from a clean, fresh, and better perspective, with all your knowledge. I will never stop being myself. I see a lot of hate everywhere regarding the trans community. And honestly, people that are just hateful eventually will fall, getting bored of everything they do. You know, I never really talk about these topics on my streams because I consider them to be a little too heavy. But I think it's important to mention it so you know what type of content creator you are supporting, so you know who you are spending your time with. And now you know better about my mindset. Yes. I really hope and wish one day humans will be able to understand each other. Unfortunately, however, it doesn't seem like so anytime soon. Years ago, I used to think that if you let people be, don't bother them, and be respectful towards them, eventually they will change and become better. But I don't think that's the case. I think unfortunately people that are never challenged about their ideas only get worse and worse and worse. And it is only through this challenging of yourself or having friends that think differently than you that you're slowly able to see a different world. Sorry for the plane in the background, I know it's annoying. But yes, sometimes you have to challenge people for the things they say and how they think. Only then they can look back and realize that what they've been doing is wrong. Letting people be and be tolerant about people. Hateful rhetorics will never help. Never. I know it's not nice to hear, but it is what I think is true. Okay, this wall is clean, nice. accepted because people have misconceptions or they've been sold a wrong interpretation of what a trans person is. But that's the world we have, and that's what we have to deal with. It's not perfect, but it's also not the worst. And I am happy I can share this with you, like-minded people that think like me and try their best no matter what. Do you have any questions towards me for being trans? Do you have any questions towards me for being the way I am? Do you accept me for who I am? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm wrong? You know, I think we can talk about stuff with respect and learn more about each other over time. And I'm glad I'm having this conversation with you right now. I probably should have this conversation many times before. I just never thought about it. I really never thought about talking about these topics with my viewers. Part of me thinks that I need to protect you from all the hate. Part of me thinks that I need to keep this area clean from drama or topics that are like that, because it can potentially stress you or hurt you. But the more I think about it, is the more important it is to talk about this stuff every now and then, because being silent is not going to help anything or anyone. People need to know that transgender individuals are existing and are living a good life next to them. They need to stop buying hateful rhetorics and, hopefully change their mind about it. I know it's wishful thinking, but it doesn't really hurt to hope for the best, right? At the end of the day, wishing for a better world is the first step towards getting a better world. At least that's how I see it. That's how I see it. I wonder what the world is gonna be like 40 years from now. I wonder what the world is gonna be like 100 years from now. Will trans people will be accepted normally? It's very interesting and peculiar to think about those things. I think I'm doing my part by doing the type of content that I do for the betterment and guiding or helping people that need some comfort, especially trans people that might be going through a lot. But not just trans people. My content is open to everyone that cares enough, everyone that wants to be part of the confidence. I welcome you. Today's topic, however, is more focused on that because today is Trans Visibility Day, at least at the moment of recording. So, it's an important topic. Wow, this place is taking a long time to clean, but luckily we are already at 87%, so this is good news. I am actually getting sleepy. It is almost 10 p.m. here where I live. I am actively trying to sleep earlier during the days, rather than going past midnight, because it's good for the body and the mind to get rest. At least that's what I've been told, right? So if I can do something to have a healthier life, I'll do it. Making these ASMR videos also for you, in hopes that you can sleep better too, and not feel too tired. I hope that you can get super comfy too, and enjoy your time with me. You matter a lot. I wonder at what time do you tend to sleep? Is it really late? Or not so late? If you're listening up at this point, let me know in the comments by saying I like to go to bed at certain time. It intrigues me greatly. How am I gonna climb this thing? I don't know how to climb this perch. Almost done, almost done. Almost there, almost there. The pterodactyl body is dirty, yes. Where is it dirty though? Oh. Nice. Nice. Alright, the pterodactyl has been cleaned. Now we just need to do a little bit more cleaning and we're good to finish the video. Just a little bit more. I really hope that you are always happy. I hope that you are doing okay in life. Thank you for caring about me. That is really appreciated. I tend to be a very lonesome dragon cat. Having a community on Twitch of people that watch my streams on Twitch, my ASMR videos, my Helldivers content, my Discord, really makes me happy. By the way, speaking of which, you should join my Discord if you want comfy stuff or even more news about everything that I do. I welcome you with open arms. I love to talk to you on voice chat one day. Getting hippie, 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 potato hippie. comfy cleaning, comfy cleaning. We're almost done. Oh, I fell down. Oops. Let me see if I can afford a modification for my power wash. Those accessories. Would you like to sell all that? Yes. Oh, I still don't have enough money for that. Ah, never mind, I do actually. I can get this triple cleaner. Super long. Let's see, will this reach the top? It almost does. That is so cool. That is such a strong power wash. I can clean everything from down here and then go up and just finish it faster. I love cleaning very methodically. I always loved this game. I'm glad Power Wash exists. It relaxes me greatly. Let's go up there and finish the job. Nice. By the way, the only reason why I'm no longer talking about stuff is because I feel like I have already said everything I had on my mind on that topic. And now I'm just focused on cleaning and cleaning a little bit. That's all. Just letting you know, in case you're wondering. Although you should be sleeping rather than listening me. Nice. 94% completed. Just a little bit more. Yum. Oops. Nice. One more wall. Nice. Clean and easy. Yes. Happy potato cleaning noises. Let me finish this area. Good. This whole side of the mountain is clean. Let's go. I see some dirt up there. let's finish the job. Good. Nice. 95%, it's not much. I believe I can finish this tonight and then end the video so I can get some rest as well. Tomorrow there is a giantess Beyond Chat stream. Oh well, on Wednesday actually, because I'm gonna publish this video tomorrow. I fell down. Clean everything. Nice, we're almost done. Let's climb up there and finish this as well. Honestly, I like cleaning flat surfaces. I'm not a fan of this castle cliff climbing thing where I have everything so up close to my face. But it's okay, we're almost done with it anyways. Is that it? Nice, that's it, yes, okay. We're just gonna finish this area and we're good. Okay, I think I'm gonna bring the cleaning thingy. This. What? Sleepy potato noises. Okay. Nice. Nice. We are very close. Very close 1%. We're almost done. Yes. Good. Plum, plum. One more. One more. Good. 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 Just 1% and we're out of here. Sleepy time awaits. There we go. There we go. Come on. Good. 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 Little things to clean. Wait, what? Is it dirty? Oh. Got it. Yeah, let's go. The whole timeline. I tried to be very methodical when cleaning it. It took a while though. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. The next area is a roller disco. Oh, this is gonna take so long to clean. Wow. Sure, let's go. Oh my god. This whole cleaning room is gonna be a whole other video in itself. But that's great. That's great, that's great. Well, thank you so much for watching my comfy ASMR and listening to everything that I had to say. Really appreciate it. I hope you're always comfy, and I hope everything always goes your way and that you're happy. I appreciate you a lot. Take good care of yourself, alright? Oh gosh, this is so satisfying to clean. I kinda wanna clean it now. This was supposed to be the end of the video, but then I look at how amazing this looks and I'm like enthralled. And I wanna clean it more. Damn, this game is addictive. No, I'm already cleaning a lot. I failed my promise. Oh no. Turns out that this video was not gonna be 1 hour long, It's gonna be 1,000,000 hour long. Okay, maybe if I restrain myself and stop here, maybe I could. I just wanna keep clearing this floor. It's so cool. I love it. I love flat surfaces like this one. Well, yes, I'm gonna restrain myself now. Thank you once more for watching. I'm gonna save this. Chonky.